Now I want to talk about the single Nowhere Man and What Goes On. Now, to prepare for this, I listened to several different versions of Nowhere Man. There's the first version, take two, which is, other than the first verse, it's all instrumental. That's from Beatles Anthology 4. Also the mono version from Yesterday and Today and on LP, and the mono version from the US album CD, also the stereo version from the US album CD, and the stereo version from the British version of Nowhere Man on CD. Also, there's Nowhere Man on the Yellow Submarine soundtrack, and the 2023 mix from the Red album. And there's somebody who has made their own mix that I found on the internet of Nowhere Man. I'd say it's fuller and richer. And also there are covers. Nowhere Man by the Mona Lisa Twins, Nowhere Man by Tiny Tim, which was included on it was George's contribution to a Beatles Christmas record in 1968. And Obese Man by the Ledmo Trio. So that's a lot of Nowhere Men. I will have to say the mono version sounds great, both on LP and on CD, but the older versions of the stereo version, I had trouble hearing the lead guitar in the left speaker on both the US albums and on the British Rubber Soul. Now, I will say the version on the Beatles, on the Yellow Submarine soundtrack, is much improved over that. Same with the 2023 mix on the Red album. But there's mix that somebody made on the internet, it's not so good. And anyway, it's a great song. And, you know, it came from John thinking about sitting nowhere to doing nothing. And they turned that into a song. It's sung by all of them, John, Paul, and I think George does harmony too, but John is the main lead singer. It's a great song. I especially love the guitar solo in it, which is not the kind of guitar solos that they were doing in the 70s. Anyway, the reverse side of it is a Ringo number, What Goes On, which sounds like a country song. I think this was based on the success of Act Naturally, because it's very similar to that. I had three versions to listen to, the stereo and mono versions from the US albums and the stereo version from the Rubber Soul LP. And it's an okay song, but not too good. Oh yeah, I also had the mono version from Yesterday and Today. So it's an okay song, not that great compared to Nowhere Man, but both these songs should have been on Rubber Soul, and they were in Britain, but they weren't in America. Anyway, great songs, check them out. And here's some other covers of Nowhere Man.